What is up, guys? Welcome back and welcome in. I'm Smash, and today we're back at it again, playing some more Skybees 2. And last episode we got over to a tier 1 beehive. You can see I have it in my inventory right now. We do have all of our bees collected, all 4 of them, so that I can upgrade this beehive because we did finally get our last bit of beeswax necessary. So let's go ahead and upgrade 1, 2, 3, 4 and drop tier 2 beehive. Perfect. Whoa. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the beehive back in. Doop. Just like that. And we will go cobblestone. Wood bee is going to have to move over there. Boop, boop, bink. And there's more cobble. And one more wood. And what you see here is, I believe, all it does is it lets an extra bee in. Yeah, it's going to let us have 6 bees and 8 honeycombs instead of 5. So we won't have to collect it quite as often. That's what's going to happen there. It still has the same amount of bees or honey. No, come back. There we go. We got it. Doop. All right, perfect. Don't want to lose any more bees. So that's the start of this episode. We got ourselves a tier 2 beehive, and I want to get in to making some more of some iron bees. We want to get into some more bees. We want to do it, and that way we can start getting into all these other stuff. So most things are going to require us to start off with some iron. As in every mod pack, I believe this requires electricity, but it's going to need iron. More things are going to require iron. We need a honey congealer. Honey congealer requires iron. Everything requires iron at this point. So we're going to have to get into that. So, looking at how we get into honey, or into iron, we have our iron bees. We're going to need to do some more bee breeding, but also, I think it's just mostly us waiting up for these honeycombs here so that we can get these honeycomb blocks for cobblestone and wood, and that's going to be a little bit of time. So something we can do in the meantime is kind of work towards getting some storage drawers set up. So I want to see, we have a storage drawer mod. We also have some iron chests. We can start knocking out these things. Obviously we can't get iron chests, but we can get the drawers, and the drawers will let us take all this and turn it into one thing. It's going to let us pump out a lot more cobblestone. We love drawers, so let's do it. All right. So we are going to need a chest and a that. And this is going to be a little bit crazy, so let me go ahead and empty out most of my inventory as much as possible. Looks like I'm actually going to be needing another double chest. Finally. We're on episode 4 or 5 of this season already, right? And we still are only in one chest, which is kind of crazy. Why did that not combine? That's fine. Okay. The reason I'm putting everything away is because I'm about to break this. And when I do, everything's going to spew. And we want it to... We just kind of right-click it. And did everything spew? Or did most of that fit in my inventory? It did actually mostly just fit in my inventory. Why are these two not combining? Let's figure that out. I would like you to combine with this chest here. Alright, perfect. You're not going to combine? Well done. Maybe it's because of this chest. Let's break and replace this chest. Boop. No, just really doesn't want to combine. Okay, I'm not sure why that is, but hopefully we won't need it too long, so we'll just let that be. We do have some storage drawers set up, though, and that's great. We can hold 32 stacks now. We already have 29 stacks. You just click on the side of the chest. Oh. Apparently, I have to click the side of the chest. What? That's crazy. I have never seen that. That is new for me. I also have not very frequently played updated versions of Minecraft, so that could be another reason. Alright, let's see. We are good on this. So let's go. Gotta make sure we're collecting pretty much constantly. And we do have some. Only placing on top of a block with an inventory. Ah, okay. Interesting, interesting. So we're almost there with the wood. We do need more cobblestone honeycomb. Let's see. I can do this. We have upgrade templates. Upgrade templates we'll need for storage upgrade 1. We're going to need obsidian. Do I have the way to make obsidian right now? Probably not quite. I can do it the old-fashioned way. That would be kind of crazy. We could also start getting into smelteries, which could be fun, and I think something that we could do. I think what we'll have to do for that is get into a crusher and get ourselves some gravel and things like that. So, you know what? Sure, let's do that. I think we can get into that. So, I'm gonna take a stack of cobblestone. I'm just gonna start smelting it because in order to get our crusher, it does look like we are gonna need smooth stone, stone, and a cast iron gear. So we are gonna need some more cast iron ingots. Cast iron ingots. I do have some brick here. Now, what I wanted to look at is, do I still... Can I use the furnace now? Or do I still have to use the campfire? I do still have to use the campfire. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll sleep while we're waiting for that anyways. And we will start getting into crushing and things like that. We have 4 stone. I think I'm going to need 8. So let's get something like that. Perfect. And that'll give us 8 of those. And then we can do that. And just like that, we have ourselves a crusher. So go ahead and place this down and just kind of see what it looks like. So what we're going to do is I will grab a full stack here. And it's running very slowly, but it doesn't require power. And it's just turning it passively into cobblestone. So we can actually hopper this in for a constant source of gravel. Now that's a good thing for us because gravel will make grout. One of these ways. Grout. Grout, gravel, clay, and sand, which we are going to need to... Oh, are we going to have to do it this way? We can't just use a normal furnace. Okay, so we will need a melter for this. No, that's requires seared brick. Oh, am I going to need a blast furnace? Interesting. Okay, well, we can look at that later. We are almost there. We do have our honeycombs for wood. We just need to wait for our cobblestone. But we just wait for this. We need gravel. And let's look, see what else we can do here. I don't actually know. We seem to kind of be waiting. We need to make the parch chest, but we can get there. Seared brick is grout. Okay. Grout, blast furnace, energized smelter. Oh, a centrifuge. We can do it with seared honeycomb. Which is a seared bee, which is clay and sand. We could do something like that. That would be a lot of work. Let's see, what else can we do? I can use a casting table, redstone furnace. We may just try it to see if we can trick the system with a normal furnace. I doubt we actually can, but there is always that chance. So let's go ahead and continue harvesting up this stuff. Get us 8 more cobblestone honeycombs, 7 more cobblestone honeycombs. And as soon as we get those honeycombs, we'll be right back, guys. And we're back. So, we have our 22 cobble honeycombs. We have our wood honeycombs. Our gravel finally finished, so we should be able to collect that. That's perfect. We got there. And now, we should, in theory, craft, and then, let's look. You guys will see my dog. Iron bee, stop. Nectar block. We're going to need high temperature. Ooh, we're going to need 1,000 millibuckets of honey. How do we actually collect that? Can I take it from these honey bottles? I have 3 honey bottles. I may need a 4th. Let's look here. We have honey? We got honey. Alright, let's see if it works. Boop. Whoa, what the heck? What the heck? Alright, whatever. Not as fun. I need an iron bee nectar block. And let's see if I can just place this in here. I can't. Alright. How do I make a bucket of honey? What if I made a bottle? A honey bottle. What can I do with it? I can put it in a ceramic bucket. Okay, that's how I have to do it then. So I craft it with a ceramic bucket. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're all learning together. There we go. And then I'm going to do my 2 wood, 2 cobblestone. Go over here. And now we should be able to click go. We'll sleep in the bed with our bucket in hand. And when we wake up, we should still only have 51 seconds to go. And just like that, we should have our iron bee nectar block. Perfection. Okay. Now, I need to look because I actually don't think we need wood honeycombs and or wood honeycomb block. Where's the wood honeycomb block? There it is. What do I need it for? I need it for coal bee, rubber bee, and iron bee. So we will need it for coal. So that's fine. So let's go ahead and make it to 18 there. Okay. So we'll save that. And then cobblestone, I believe we're going to need for a little bit more things with a honeycomb block. Yeah, we need it for all these. Gold, tin, things like that. So we will have to continue what we're doing here. So I think our next step is going to be to expand our honeycomb, our bee section here. I'm going to have to move this dirt thing out of the way here, but what we're going to do is expand. I'm going to move all this stuff over to the other side of our base, so we just have one big row of bees. And then, for you guys, it'll just be like 1 second. Alright. We're back. And we have not moved this yet, so we're still looking a little bit temporary. But I have set up places for future endeavors. And this one is going to be set up as we want it. It has the campfire underneath it for our nectar block. We can go ahead, put a bee down, and oh boy, hold on a second. We need to do some other stuff first. So, how do we grow a bee? I know that there's a little bit of a cheap way to grow some bees through the use of the bee box. We do need 1 iron, though, so we are going to actually have to wait for this to simply grow. And it takes like 1,200 seconds. I don't think there's a way to make that any faster. So we'll just have to wait for that. Which kind of stinks, really, when you think about it. I don't know if we can give it something that makes it happen a little faster or anything like that. But for now, I suppose maybe we should work on getting a second one. And potentially getting a back wall there so we don't have stuff just flying off the edge. But I have been trying to collect some beeswax. So what we've been doing is just busting all of our cobblestone combs down because wood honeycombs don't actually go. And once we get the beeswax, we can use our wood honeycomb blocks, which I'll kind of show you here. We have a tier 2 beehive. Let me bookmark that. Right there. Okay. And we make sure the wood honeycombs are in there. And there's another tier 2 one. We need to make a couple more. There's 1, and I believe we have 2 more slots for them. So we'll go ahead and do that. But it looks like this bee is going to take forever. I wonder, there is a bee in there. Maybe it will work. It looks like you can actually get bees to produce stuff. It's just that they can't breed until they're adults, which I do kind of sort of remember. So we'll go ahead and look at that. We'll get into it. And as always, guys, we'll be right back. Alright, so we have our first iron bees ready to harvest. So what I'm going to end up doing here, and I kind of wanted to build this off a little bit, but I think I'm just going to tuck it back here. And I want a little wall, so that way objects flying out will not fly out. And I think maybe this is ready as well. So there we go. They won't fall off the edge anymore. We will probably still have to go in to get them for some of this stuff, but that's fine. So we have 8 iron honeycombs. So what do we do with these honeycombs of iron honeycomb? Let's look up iron honeycomb. What do we do with them? Put them in the centrifuge. They'll give us straight iron ingots. That's great. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that real quick here on screen so we can see if we can't get our first bits of iron. We'll just hold it down. Do I have enough bottles? Possibly not. Let's make just a few more bottles here, because I do want to make sure that I'm saving up all this honey. And look at that, we do see our first iron ingot. What do we do with our first iron ingot? I think what we're going to do with our first iron ingot is actually make sure that we can make an infinite water source that never runs out without having water on the ground. And for that, we're going to make a sink. It's one of my favorite things to make. It does look like it requires an iron water bucket, which is just normal iron, so that's fine. We'll do that. We'll do that too. And then we're going to need terracotta, which is actual clay. Smelt it down, so 5 of that. Come over here. We'll make our clay. First 5 blast furnace. That's cool too. We could do that with blast furnace. What does a blast furnace do? Other than normal stuff. Why do we need it so bad? Is it to double our ores production? What do we need it for? Twitch chat's telling me I need a blast furnace. Oh, for seared bricks. That's what we're saying for. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. So we're going to take grout, turn it into seared bricks. So that is true. So we need a blast furnace. So how are we going to do that? That's going to need 5. And we have 5. So let's make the blast furnace out of it right now. We are going to need some more space in our inventory here. Doop, doop. Because I'm going to need a couple of stacks. We're going to need a whole furnace. So we need like 8 of those. Perfect. 8 gives me 1 furnace. And then I also am going to need some smooth stone, which we need 3. So what we'll do is super simple. We go cobblestone to stone, stone to smooth stone. We do that. And then, look at that. We're already ready to harvest again. At least on this front. Doop. And this one's also 5 out of 5. There we go. So we're getting tons of iron, at least in the early game levels of iron that we're getting here, which is totally cool. Let's go ahead, get us some more of that. It looks like we're out of bottles too, so we are going to have to do that. Here, throw our stone back in. And we have honey. So what do we do with honey bottles? I want to make honey glass very badly. Honey glass is basically a solid object that we talked about a little bit. Honey glass player allows players to pass through, but not bees. You make it with 2 honey blocks and 2 black, two glass. So you just put 4 honey bottles together, and we have enough to do that right now. So we'll go ahead and just do it. It's going to give us 2 honey. It's also going to give us our bottles back, which is super important. And do I have glass? I do. Can I just use normal glass? That I can. That's giving me 4 honey glass, which I can craft into player glass, which is great. And then what we'll do is we'll actually just replace it, and it lets me walk through, but you'll be able to see here in a little bit that the bees will not be able to move through it. So that's perfect. So we will always be using honey glass from now on, because then I don't have to worry about the bees dropping out. But for now, I believe what we need to keep doing is ensuring that we get some more bottles and up our iron production so we can make an infinite water source here. Do I have 3 more? I do. Perfect. Water bucket. I made an iron bucket. I need that to be in my inventory here. Bam. And we'll make us a sink. Perfect. Now, the sink, pretty cool thing. Do I have any more cast iron tubes? I do not, but that's okay. We'll make 1 more. For now, though, I can go like this, and now I have not only water whenever I want, that I can empty. You can see I have water. Now I don't. I can empty and refill into my thing, but also it means that I can now get rid of this water right here. So that's perfect. We have our sink forever, and I should be able to come over here, take my smooth stone, and oh look, I get my bucket back. Perfect. What am I missing? 5 iron. Did I put it away? Oh, I did. Okay. And go ahead and get our blast furnace. Let's go ahead and put this down here. And I believe we're going to need to make some grout with that. So where did I put the gravel that we got earlier? Should be 64 that, 64 there, and some clay. So what we'll do, we put clay here, sand there, and it should just be gravel like that. That'll give us 8 grout. And then does this work? Yeah, I think charcoal works normal, but that's going to give us 8 seared bricks. Way not enough. We are going to need to get way more clay, but that should be easy enough now that we have an infinite water source. I should just be able to put sand in here, which we are going to need to make more sand, but for now, let me put half a stack in there. let's only put 16. 16 is going to make 2 full stacks of seared bricks. That should be enough to get us a little bit of a starter thing. So we'll put 16 sand in there, and let's see, how do I make clay? Clay is what type? No temperature. Good. So we do have the auto thing on there, so we just go and click this, and we should be now making 16 clay out of that. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll see what happens when we do. All right. So we have about a stack and a half of seared bricks now. I think that's all we've got. We'll go ahead and just shear these things one more time. We want to be staying on top of these because these really do take a long time for your honeycombs to gather up. So we're taking those. We have 38 and 37 cobblestone. We've been grinding down all of our iron bees in our centrifuge here. So, yeah. But in the meantime, what we're going to be doing here is making some seared bricks. So we need seared bricks. We are also going to need... Oh, you know what? We'll get that in just a second here. So we have casting table. I need these seared... controller. Need a fuel tank. We need a controller. Where's a controller? Oh, wait. Smeltery controller. There it is. Smeltery controller. Chute, duct, drain. I think I need those. Smelter, drain. That's going to require copper. We can't do that. Controller. Controller. And I don't actually see the controller. What's happening here? Is it just a thing that looks like a controller? No, that's a melter. Type smelter. Smeltery controller. There it is. We are going to need some copper, though. So we will need the melter and heater then, huh? Okay, so before we do this, we will need the melter. That is true. We're going to need the heater. No, that's a place above a tank or heater. Let's see if I can just look up heater. Here's a heater. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff to do here. But also, we need copper. So how do we get copper? In a centrifuge, we're going to need copper honeycombs. How do we get copper honeycombs? From a copper bee. And that's going to be a nickel and a cobblestone bee. So that's something too. And then to get that, we're going to need iron, right? So iron and cobblestone. Okay, so we're just going to set up the heater right now then. We're not going to get the controller quite yet. So let's take a look here. We have that. We will need the fuel gauge, which is fine. We can get that. Okay. Neat. So we're actually going to need a lot less than I thought, and also kind of a lot more. Let's see if the other recipe is different at all. It is not. We're just going to need 5 glass. We're going to need a little bit more of that stuff. So, let's go ahead and get some of that. But first, what we do actually have to do right now, and I just got rid of it, trying to click on it, but we need a bee box. Bee boxes are going to let us instantly grow stuff as well as hold our bees, right? So if we get these bee boxes, we can hold our bees. And also, what I'll show you is a quick little trick that, at least in previous patches that I've done, lets us... I need to do that one more time. There, and that should be everything for us to make a bee box. Perfect. There we go. We have a bee box. Now, what I can do with the bee box is I can just pick up a bee, and they seem to be trying to do something, and I can click it and it'll place it. So that's cool. Now, if I put multiple bees in here, I should be able to shift click all the bees out of it. But I thought use while sneaking to release them. Interesting. I thought there was a way. Does it say? Oh, there's a bee right here. Let's see. Use to sneak. Why are you doing that? Maybe I can't be on the block. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, there we go. Now they're in there. But anyways, we have the bee box. Now, what I'll show you is, let's breed a bee so I can show you what we're going to do. So what I'll do is actually grab a bee box. We'll take an iron bee, and I believe we'll just take a cobble bee. And let's put it in here. Boop. And we'll move. Come on. There. Alright, now I need 1 and 2. I believe I just need cobble and iron. Right? Is it iron? What do I need for an iron bee? Iron bee breeding. It is an iron ingot. Why can you not breed? Why can we not breed? It says breeding. Oh, it has a window. Interesting. Oh, I did. I got a nickel bee. Okay, so what you'll see is this nickel bee here says 1166 seconds grow time. If I take it and put it in this box, and then I come over here and I place it down, where the heck did it just go? Oh my gosh. These bees, guys, these bees. Did you just fall? Uh-oh. Oh, he's right here. There we go. But you can see he's fully grown now, which is super awesome. And now I should be able to... let's go pick up a bee. Can I pick you up? No, I can't pick it up. Perfect. Just a skill issue. Seriously, seriously, seriously. It's a skill issue. And now the bee's gone again. Okay, so the bee box may not be exactly everything that we ever wanted. Or I just need to learn how to use it. But there it is in all of its glory. We can shift it, and we have a nickel bee. So we've got ourselves a nickel bee, which means we should actually now... let me just temporarily put this down. Go like that. Nickel? Yes. Let's put it in a jar. Boop. Because jars, we know, work. And I'll take the cobble bee, put it in a jar, put it in a jar, because we need to do that. But the bee box is super useful when you're trying to instantly grow a bee. Now the nickel jar, we don't have anything for it yet, so we won't do anything with it. We'll just keep it in our inventory. And of course, you don't want to behave yet either. Iron bee, can you go here, please? Yes, there we go. And finally, we need a cobblestone bee right there. Perfect. Okay. We got all of our bees situated, and we got a nickel bee out of it. We talked about a bee box a little bit, but we are seriously out of time with this episode. So what we'll do is we will just wrap it up. So what do we do this episode? Well, a lot, actually. Let me finish collecting this. We got ourselves first iron bees and other bees like this. We got a nickel bee. We got ourselves a blast furnace. We got our first bit of iron. We used it And I don't even know what else we did. This episode has gone so long. This Sky Beast 2, if you guys are playing along with me, seriously, such a long game, right? There's a lot of grind that goes in with it, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I just don't want to show you all of those long, grindy things. But there's a lot of waiting around and things like that. So I do hope you guys are enjoying this trying to make it as short as possible and as fun as possible. So let me know if you guys want me to make longer videos or just take my time a little bit more with it. But yeah, guys, leave me a comment down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Click the link down below so that you can see and go follow me on Twitch. Hang out with me while we're doing this. We are live the entire time we're recording. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time. Oh, yeah.